is the person who invited me to come down to judge the Delaware Burger Battle. And I
really liked that. I thought that was cool.
I was very honored to be invited down to be one of the judges. I was in the alternative category, but I did get to go around and taste all of the other burgers that were down there. Let's bring JulieAnne on right now and say hi. JulieAnne, welcome to Fire and Ice. Hi, JulieAnne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very good.
What a very, very nice event y'all put on yesterday at the state park in Delaware, the Bellevue State Park. There were 18 competitors. It was so immaculately run, JulieAnne. I got to tell you, I've judged a lot of competitions, and that thing just ran like a clock yesterday. It was so much fun, and you had so many varied and interesting. Now, I didn't like all the burgers that I did taste, but the variation of people that put their heart and souls into coming up with Delaware's best burger was very, very impressive, and I have to give a hats off, because you can hold an event like that, but unless the event runs, it's going to be a failure no matter what anybody cooked. And from the beginning of directions to getting there, parking, getting me to the event, getting me out of the event, tasting it, the way that you had the event structured and organized with the vendors, there wasn't a big jam up. There wasn't a log pile of people. There were facilities that people could use. It was wonderful. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. You know, the food is very important, but the guest experience, if you don't nail that, nobody's going to come back. So fortunately, we're in year 4, and even though we changed venues, we were able to, 99% of the things, pulled off exactly the way we planned them, and then we were ready for things that were different.
Now, I did watch the news last night. Am I correct? Chelsea Tavern did win the burger competition. Is that correct?
Well, we do have 3 trophies. The Chelsea Tavern won the Critics' Choice Award. And another trophy went to Mayali Deli and Saloon Maria. That was the People's Choice Award. And then the Alternative Burger trophy went to Homegrown Cafe.
Okay, and that was the category that I was in, was the alternative category, and we had a veggie burger and we had a chicken sage burger, and I got to tell you, it was such an honor to have been invited to do that, JulieAnne. I hope I get invited back next year, because it really was a very, very nice event.
Oh, I'm so glad you had a good time. The chicken burger was not, the veggie burger was actually deep fried. It was crispy, so it was really, really good, and it was red from beef. So it really kind of gave you a really like a fast food feeling. The chicken burger was on a waffle with red-eye gravy. That was nothing to sneeze at either. And I only got to try 4 or 5 burgers, but because I'm running around doing the hosting thing. But I know people that ate all 18 burgers, and I didn't hear. Actually, in past years, I've heard people say, "Oh, I didn't like this and I didn't like this one." Everything got a good rating this year.
I didn't taste anything that I did not like. Honest to God, I was thrown by the variation of the burgers that were out there. One guy had foie gras mixed with brisket on a burger. That was absolutely incredible. What's going on here with my mic? That was absolutely incredible. And then somebody else had fried pickles on their burger. I think that was the Chelsea Tavern burger. Then there was another burger that had a Thai kick to it with Thai chilies and a cilantro hit on the top of it. Then somebody else made a burger that was mixed with sausage, which was absolutely amazing. And then there were a couple just down home, good old fashioned, off the grill salt and pepper burgers that blew me away. I am kind of glad I didn't have to judge the regular burger comp, because I honestly, what was the margin of victory for Chelsea Tavern? It had to have been by a point or 2. Am I right?
I can't really say, but when it comes, what I will tell you is that between the Critics' Choice Burgers and the People's Choice Burgers, there was only one restaurant that overlapped. So what really impressed the judges was not necessarily the same as what really impressed people. And I think you were talking about the Thai burger, and there were a couple burgers with turkey, but we think you're talking about the Deer Park, and the Deer Park won a trophy last year, so they're a serious competitor.
DPT, Deer Park Tavern, right? Because they had shirts on DPT, right? Is that it? That's what I'm talking about?
Historical property. Edgar Allan Poe visited there. Is one of their big things.
That burger was my personal favorite. That had so much simplistic flavors going on in it. It was a joy to eat. Are we going to have the competition next year at the same time, or are we going to change it up? What's the schedule for next year?
Yeah, I don't know. Traditionally, we've always been the Saturday before Labor Day. It's a new venue, so I just want to debrief with them before I commit to a date. But as far as I'm concerned, we would like to have that same weekend next year. It's always worked out well for us. So I will obviously announce on social media and through our email when we get the new date nailed down.
And I have to give a special shout out to the people who really were helping you out immensely. Was the Delaware State Park Police. They were so friendly and so helpful and so accommodating. The bus drivers were so polite and so wonderful. I can't say enough about the way that you guys pulled off the event, because it was just really easy to go to and leave, and that's hard to say.
Beautiful space, right?
Oh my! I don't. Is it? I had never been to that park before, and it was just wonderful to be in it. And I like historic places anyway. That was right up my alley. You can only go one better by having it at Mount Vernon next year, but that would be a little travel.
Cross some fingers, maybe we'll be able to let people have tours of the house next year. It was built in the 1920s, and there's the man who built it was the DuPont family's realtor, so he picked a pretty good piece of property. Yeah,
he did. The vista there was absolutely incredible. JulieAnne, give us some information for next year's Burger Battle. Where can people find out about it? Where can they call? Give us a website.
Our website is DE, as in Delaware, DEburgerbattle.com, and we're on Facebook and Twitter. And there's an email address on the website if you want to sign up for news or anything like that. We're always looking for volunteers, and would love to answer any questions, and anybody who has feedback on the event. And if you know somebody who is would make a great foodie judge, we actually like to change it up every year. We bring a few people back here and there, but we're always looking for new fresh meat, as it were.
I think you should have Jim Crane do it next year. He's sitting on my left. He's a legendary
and
radio
make sure
guy.
they send it to me. My email is lighthouse21@msn.com. Send it to me.
All right.
That sounds. I'll eat a burger any day of the week.
Well, you'd have to.
I'd like to have one right now. I wish you were here and had some burgers for us right here. I mean, I always come here on Saturdays, and there's nothing, But anyway, so that's the way.
Well, maybe we can have a chef come on the air in advance of the Burger Battle and cook something up.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it.
Actually, JulieAnne, I couldn't wait around long enough to find out who did win, but I would love to have all three of your winners come on next week if they're available to talk for a couple minutes. If you can arrange that, I'd love it.
I'll make that happen. The winners were Chelsea Tavern. Yeah, again, Chelsea Tavern was the Critics' Choice, and they had a pretty almost a salt and pepper burger. They had beer, braised onions, they had cheese, and they had really good beef.
Chelsea Tavern in Atlantic City?
No.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea Tavern's in Wilmington.
Oh, okay.
And
My fault.
Deli is also in Wilmington, and they did, I think it was a beef and pork combination. And although it didn't have any barbecue sauce on it, it had a smack of barbecue flavor. So, and then of course Homegrown Cafe. But I'll get in touch with all those guys and have them get on the air with you.
Yeah, email me this week what their contact numbers are. I'd love to have all three of them on. It would be really cool. JulieAnne, thank you so much for inviting me down. It was really a beautiful event. And tell Matt my best to him. He really did a very good job organizing a bunch of judges in a certain place and getting them to do their job. I think you know how hard that is, especially with the free wills that you had there. It's like wrangling cats. He did a fantastic job, and thank you again for having me down.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, JulieAnne.